Please join us in listening to a podcast on self-acceptance in LGBTQ+ individuals. Do you feel you've entirely embraced your identity as an LGBTQ+ individual? Do you get bothered if you hear an ignorant comment towards the community you identify with? This podcast will help you understand your level of self-acceptance regarding your sexual orientation and/or gender identity. Hello. I am a counselor working with Dr. Prerna Kohli, who is a clinical psychologist and the founder of MindTribe. At MindTribe, we provide affordable counseling, support groups, communities, workshops, and e-learning for mental health. Self-acceptance can be understood as embracing all your traits, positive or negative. People who are content with themselves recognize their strengths irrespective of societal views. Accepting yourself is essential to feel a sense of true belonging and peace. Developing a positive self-identity can be challenging for anyone, especially for people who are part of the LGBTQ+ community because of the prejudices against them. If you're struggling with developing a healthy mindset concerning your sexual orientation/gender identity, listening to this podcast might help you further explore. Imagine receiving backlash from a society based on how you wish to identify yourself. Sounds like quite a troublesome situation, right? Well, this has been the reality for many members of the queer community. Being part of an environment that has set a standard for acceptable behavior, beauty, and relationships among individuals can hinder achieving self-acceptance significantly. The process of embracing your gender/sexual identity is majorly internal, but external support can have a significant impact. Lack of support can result in several psychological and behavioral issues, including low self-worth, depression, emotional instability, and self-blame. Queer people might blame themselves for not fitting into socially acceptable relationship norms and develop hostility towards their sexuality. Feeling unaccepted by family members or peers might lead to suppressing their true nature to fit in or feel loved. This might result in losing connection with their self-identity. If you identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and/or queer, you might have started your journey of self-exploration. You might have been in uncomfortable situations involving your sexuality/gender identity that made you unsure about this journey. Initially, you might have felt uneasy explaining your sexuality or coming out to others. Our society lacks proper understanding and awareness regarding the queer population. With increased self-acceptance, this process gets easier and less draining emotionally. As you grow more comfortable with your gender identity, you are more peaceful with your authentic nature. Previously, you might have dressed or behaved a certain way to avoid uneasy situations. With time, you also become more confident in expressing your identity outwardly. There are no feelings of guilt or shame associated with not fitting into stereotypical gender norms. You develop a kinder relationship with yourself, which might help in increasing your self-esteem. Earlier, you might have felt embarrassed expressing your sexual desires and needs due to the negativity surrounding non-heterosexual sex. After coming to terms with your sexuality, the shame attached to your needs and desires heals. You do not try to suppress or fight your sexuality, fearing rejection. You allow yourself to experience intimacy with the people of your choice. You may also develop a better relationship with your body. You become more aware and responsive to its needs without shame. When you look back at the start of your journey, you feel proud of yourself and how strong you've been. You no longer need to hide your true self and have accepted all sides of your personality. Most negative beliefs you once associated with your gender/sexual identity have been replaced by positive ones. You are now kinder and more gentle with yourself. You love yourself as you are and feel proud as a queer person. As we come to the end of this podcast, I want to leave you with the following thoughts. The path to self-acceptance for a queer person is filled with ups and downs and is certainly not an easy one. But, once you start accepting your authentic self, you step into actual power. The stigma and shame surrounding your personality no longer affect you negatively. As your self-confidence builds, you do not feel the need to seek external validation. In case you're unclear about how to begin this journey, you might start by learning about your sexuality or gender identity, journaling, and speaking with supportive individuals to process your thoughts and feelings about being queer. Additionally, going to pro-queer events and spending time with allies might also help in letting go of self-judgments or doubts. Remember, there are no correct or incorrect steps to take you down this path. It is you who has to decide what works for you. You deserve to live and love as per your choice without having to hide your needs and desires. Pause. If you feel you need support or guidance to help you along this journey, therapy might help provide a safe space where you can explore yourself without any fear of judgment. On behalf of Dr. Prerna Kohli and the team of counselors at MindTribe, I would like to thank you for listening to this podcast. If you or someone you love needs counseling, please don't hesitate to contact us at MindTribe.